welcome to the first episode of Action Makes Awesome Sauce. The aim of this series is to give you a coaching shot of clarity to help you move forwards. So once a month I ask my tribe to share with me areas where they're feeling stuck and they're struggling, and I record my answers in this episode and share it with everyone. So I'd like to thank everyone that submitted questions for this month's episode, and what I found was that the questions that came through fell into two main themes. And the first theme is around always doubting yourself and the choices that you make. And the second theme was around always being really worried about what other people think of you and actually modifying your behavior because you're so worried about showing up in the way that you think other people expect you to show up. Okay, so first of all, stop comparing yourself. When we're doubting ourselves or when we're worried about what other people think of us, we're comparing ourselves to others. And when we are comparing ourselves to others, all of our energy is focused outwards on what other people are doing. So what I want you to do is turn all that energy and attention back inwards. Doing this, turning that energy and intention back inwards, will help you get clear on what you want. And one of the ways that you can do that is to start to tune into how choices and decisions that you have to make feel in your body. So what choices and decisions feel good in your body? What gives you that fizzy heart feeling? The second thing that I'd like you to remember if you're doubting yourself or really worried about what other people are thinking about you is that there is no failure, there's only learning. So what that means is there's no wrong way to do life. We only think that there is because of the labels that we place, that things are good or bad or right or wrong. And if you take away those labels, what you've actually got is just a series of choices and decisions. And so what I'd like for you to remember is that instead of attaching those labels to choices, you can just look at them as an opportunity to learn. So if you make a decision, don't forget that you've immediately got another chance or another opportunity to make a new decision. So in that way, if you make a decision and it doesn't feel good or feel right, then you can just make another decision and change that or correct your course a little bit. And so sometimes we forget that we have power to make decisions. So the next thing that I'd like to share with you is that change doesn't have to be big. Sometimes we can take a small step and it feels massive. So if you're doubting yourself or you're worried about what people will think because you want to make a decision that's perhaps different from one that you've made before, then what I'd like for you to do is just try and take a tiny step that's closer to that new way that you want to be and that you want to show up, that new way that feels true and right for you. And when you take that tiny step, rather than focusing your energy on what other people might be thinking and looking for any evidence that supports that they're thinking in a bad way about you, look for evidence that they're actually really supportive and excited and happy for you. So this is how I made a lot of change in my life because really like being super anxious about what other people thought of me was a big part of my life. And so when I first started coming out as who I really am, what's true for me, which is different to how I showed up for a lot of my life, I would take a tiny step. I'd maybe talk about something that I was truly interested in. And I would be so scared to do that. I'd be thinking that people would think, who the hell is this, But actually what happened was that people were really genuinely interested and excited. And that gave me confidence and courage to start taking bigger steps towards what I really wanted and what was true for me. So the last thing that I'd like to share with you is to surround yourself with people that support you. And this is similar to what I was talking about before about looking for evidence that people are actually just stoked that you're doing something that makes you happy. Because those people are out there. You just might not be seeing them because you're so focused on doing the right thing or worrying about what they're thinking about you. But when you start looking, you will see that there are people that just really genuinely want you to be happy. And the best way you can be happy is by doing what feels true and right for you. So there you have it. There are 5 little tips or steps that you can take if you are really doubting yourself or worrying about what people think about you. I hope that that's helped. If you would like to submit a question for Action Makes Awesome Sauce, please sign up to my list, which you can do below or above. And you know what this all comes back to, and which is what I believe so strongly, is that really when we do what feels good, what truly feels good for ourselves, what gives us that fizzy heart feeling, then we start to live a life that's really fulfilling, our most satisfying and rewarding life, and we all deserve that. So thanks for tuning in for this first episode of Action Makes Awesome Sauce. I'll be back with another one next month. In the meantime, I'll be on the blog with my regular videos, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.